I'm Jim Borax, and I've been asked to introduce today's program. And so I'll start with a story. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a young singing server who worked her way through college for tips at a tiny Palm Desert restaurant. It was 19 years ago that my wife and I had lunch at Cafe Italia to see and meet today's talented soloist. Since that memorable day, this Argentinian American has become a classically trained lyric coloratura soprano. She's established her career from performing as a concert soloist with pianists and orchestras throughout the country and abroad. You may have seen her perform locally in 2008 and 2009 when she won the Audience Choice Award for Best Vocalist at the McCallum Theater's acclaimed open call competition. This afternoon, she will be accompanied by the accomplished Constance Gordy. Please welcome the granddaughter I never had, Melissa Batache.
If they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers of friends. If they ask me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget, never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers of friends. Thank you. It is so nice to see you. It's so great to share the stage, figuratively, with Constance, my sweet friend. Yeah. We have some fun music for you today, and it's going to tell about the roller coaster ride that led me to my husband. So buckle your seatbelts. But, we do have a very special surprise for you at the very end. So don't you start walking out, because you're going to miss it. But let me tell you, love is a tricky thing, right? I mean, what were your dreams of love when you were young? When the mellow moon begins to beam, every night I dream a little dream. And of course, Prince Charming is the theme, the he for me. Of course, I realize as well as you, it is seldom that a dream come true. To me, it's clear that he'll appear. Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he comes my way, I'll do my best to make him stay. He'll look at me and smile, I'll understand, and in a little while he'll take my hand. And though it seems absurd, I know we both won't say a word. Maybe I shall meet him someday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still, I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. He'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love. Maybe I shall meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still, I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. He'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love. Falling in love with love is falling for make-believe. Falling in love with love is playing the fool. Caring too much is such a juvenile fancy. Learning to trust is just for children in school. I fell in love with love one night when the moon was full. I was unwise with eyes unable to see. I fell in love with love everlasting. But love filled out with me. I fell in love with love one night when the moon was full. I was unwise with eyes unable to see. I fell in love with love everlasting. But love filled out with me. Well, I met a Marine on an airplane, and we were very interested in one another. And so we started dating. And after a while of dating, he invited me to Washington to meet his family. And I wondered if this might be the moment. So I said, yes, I'd go. And we went. And after an amazing time together, we got in the car ride to go back to California. We fastened our seatbelts, and with a 20-hour car ride ahead of us, he broke up with me. That little dweeb. It was the longest, coldest, most awkward road trip of my life. When he finally dropped me off back home in sunny Southern California, I drew a nice hot bubble bath, and man, was I ready to move on. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. Woo! Got the picture? I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms and send him on his way. Don't try to patch it up, tear it up, tear it up. Wash him out, dry him out, push him out, fly him out. Cancel him and let him go. Yeah, sister, I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. If the man don't understand you, if you fly on separate beams, waste no time, make a change. Ride that man right off your range. Rob him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. If you laugh at different comics, if you root for different teams, waste no time, weep no more. Show him what that door is for. Rob him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. Oh, oh. I went and washed that man right out of my hair. I went and washed that man right out of my hair. I went and washed that man right out of my hair and sent him on his way. Woo! I went and washed that man right out of my hair. I went and washed that man right out of my hair. I went and washed that man right out of my hair and sent him on his way. I love this song. I was first asked to sing it for an anniversary couple at their party as they celebrated 70 years together. No, not 17, 70 years married. Amazing. Ken and Wendy Jones, still my inspiration. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. Instantly, both the music and the love I noticed in the older couple revived my dream of a lasting love. It was a wonderful party. And as it turns out, those sweet, conniving old dears switched a few place cards around in a plot to marry off their eligible grandson. Crazy as it seems, he and I hit it off, and we began to date. And I saw him again and again. It seemed like a match made in heaven. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know what I know. The passing years will show. You've kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be loving you. Well, we dated for 2 years, and we were super serious. But I never had peace about it. So then I went halfway around the world, and having distance, I had a dream at night of him proposing to me. And when I woke up that morning, I knew I wasn't at peace with that thought, even though I didn't know why, but there was no peace. So I picked up the phone and did the worst thing imaginable, but the only thing I could think was the right thing to do. And I ended it right then and there. A month later, I came back to the States, and he asked if we could meet. And when we met, he shared with me that he had bought an engagement ring while I was in Austria. And he was going to propose when I returned at that airport. And it was at that moment that I knew why I had that dream and why I needed to end it in that moment, as hard as it was for both of us. I've been searching through rains and the wind that follows after for one certain face and an unforgotten laughter. I've been following signs. I've been searching through the lands for a certain pair of arms and a certain pair of hands. Yes, I've looked everywhere. You can look without wings. And I found a great variety of interesting things, but it never was you. sunset reminded me, or a flower hanging high on a tulip tree, or one red star hung low in the west, or the heartbreak call of a meadowlark's nest, made me think for a moment, maybe it's true. I found him in the star, in the call, in the blue. But it never was you. It never was anywhere you. Well, a year later, you're already chuckling. A year later, you're like, who else? I was leading worship at my church, and in walked this handsome young man I had never seen before. I was a little distracted. I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, wham, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. One look and I have timber. Watch out for flying glass, 'cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin and I started to shut up and hit. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of that orange-colored, purple-striped, pretty green polka-dotted sky. Flash, bam, alakazam, and goodbye. Hello. Yes, it's true. It happened. Yep. And I met him afterwards. Turns out this guy from Montana had a name, but I forgot his name until a few days later when he sent me a message. And that's when I remembered his name was Michael Franklin Lund. primo palpitar. Le delizie dell'amor mi dissembrerà col pensier il mio desiro ti sembrivo finor di mosso spir caro nome tuo sarà. Col pensier il mio desir a te sempre volerò. E l'ultimo mio sospiro caro nome tuo sarà. Col pensier il mio desir a te sempre volerò. Fino l'ultimo sospir, fino l'ultimo sospir, caro nome tu sarà. Caro nome tu sarà. Il mio desir a te ogni ora florirà, fino all'ultimo sospiro Thank you. That was from Verdi's Rigoletto. That was Gilda's aria. My heart was so full after just 2 weeks of getting to know him when he called and he said, yeah, thank you for the laughs. Yeah, you know what's going. He called and said, can we please meet on Saturday night for ice cream? But he sounded super serious. I was wondering if he was coming to break it off. Will he like me when we meet? Will the shy and quiet girl he's going to see be the girl that he's imagined me to be? Will he like me? Will he like the girl he sees? If he doesn't, will he know enough to know that there's more to me than I may always show? Will he like me? waiting to warm him, how I'm hoping that his eyes and ears won't misinform him. Will he like me? Who can say? How I wish that we could meet another day. It's absurd for me to carry on this way. I'll try not to. Will he like me? He's just got to. When I am in my room alone and I write, thoughts come easily, words come fluently then. That's how it is when I'm alone. But tonight, there's no hiding behind my paper and the pen. When I know that there's a world of love waiting to warm him, how I'm hoping that his eyes and ears won't misinform him. Will he like me? I don't know. All I know is that I'm tempted not to go. It's insanity for me to worry so. I'll try not to. Will he like me? He's just got to. Will he like me? Will he like me? Well, before we met, I asked my friend and neighbor if she would pray for me, and she did, but she specifically prayed that he would be clear on his motives and his intentions. So he came and he picked me up. We went over to Mother Moo's Ice Cream. Waffle cones in hand, we found ourselves a two-top, and the moment we sit down, he says, before we talk about anything else, I need to be clear about my motives and my intentions. I about dropped dead in that moment. And he says, first, my motive is, of course, I like you. Second, my intention is that unless you or God tell me to stop, I will pursue you for the rest of my life. No kidding. And third, he says, I want to communicate to you how I will respect you physically. He says, I will wait to kiss you until our wedding day. And you know what happened when he said that, right? It made me want to reach over that two-top, grab him by the collar, and kiss him all the more. Or as they say in Spanish, bésame mucho. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho. Each time I cling to your kiss, I hear music divine. Bésame, bésame mucho. Hold me, my darling, and say that you'll always be mine. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, mirarme en tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana yo ya estaré lejos, muy lejos de ti. Oh, bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Well, after only 6 weeks of dating, Michael wrote a letter for me in which he declared his love. I didn't know how to respond after 6 weeks. Even though I knew I loved him on the inside, I felt love for him, I didn't know that I was committed yet to loving him for the rest of my life. So I made him wait for it. I didn't tell him it back, unfortunately, for a while. While we were dating, Michael invited me to do some tango dance lessons. I think he knew something about Argentina, where I came from. And so we met for tango lessons, and that's when I learned that he had been taking private tango lessons for 4 months prior to that in order to be ready for our wedding someday, which, by the way, he hadn't even proposed. Bed, I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, I couldn't sleep tonight. Not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all the night. I could have danced all the night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me, I could have I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me, I could have danced. All night, all night. Speaking of proposal, I finally decided I was committed to loving him for the rest of my life. And on March 16th, he asked if I would be his, and I said yes. How the world can change, it can change like that, due to one little word, married. See a palace rise from a two-room flat, due to one little word, married. And the old despair that was often there suddenly ceases to be. For you wake one day, look around and say, somebody wonderful married me. We married in 2014. In the following year, we welcomed our first daughter, Abigail. Then we welcomed our second daughter, Sophia. Then we welcomed our third daughter, Madeline. Then we welcomed our fourth daughter, Laura. And then we welcomed our fifth daughter, Emma. Treasures, best gift. And the old despair that was often there suddenly ceases to be. For you wake one day, look around and say, somebody wonderful married I promised you a surprise, did I not? It's time for that surprise. So there's someone who has been waiting 8 years in order to sing her first ever solo. Happens to be my firstborn, Abigail. So I'd like you to give her a rowdy and warm welcome to Abigail Lund.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I
Isn't that wonderful? I had a dream when I was young, and the reality of my life now is beyond my wildest dreams. It's beautiful. First you dream about incredible things. Then you look, and suddenly you have wings. You can fly, but first you dream about remarkable times. Close your eyes and see how your spirit climbs. You can fly, you can soar, feel the wind, hear it roar. It's easy now, imagine that. But first you dream, first you dream. Here we are, high above the rooftops. There's a barn, there's a field of corn, and that little white house where another you was born. Isn't it fine? Isn't it fair? Being up here, looking down there. Take my hand, I promise that I won't let you fall. Don't look back, the looking back could end it all. Off we go to the sky, straight ahead. You and I, together now. But first things first. Off we go to the sky, straight ahead. You and I, together now. But first things first. First you dream, first you dream. Thank you. To prepare for this next number, please give your attention to Constance Gordy as she plays the Grand Waltz from The Sound of Music. All right, all right. Here's another surprise for you. Here to sing So Long Farewell from The Sound of Music, please welcome four of my 5 beautiful daughters, Laura, Madeline, Sophia, and Abigail. There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery, an absurd little bird is popping out to say cuckoo.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Regretfully they
Cuckoo.
tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye
To you. So long, farewell, I'll read and say goodnight. We hate to go when Mrs. Pretty sight. So long, farewell, I'll read and say adieu. Adieu, adieu, to you and you and you. So long, farewell, our feet is saying goodbye. We flit, we float, we flee, we flee, we fly. So long, farewell, our feet is saying goodbye. Summer has gone to bed and so must I. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Please help me in thanking our fabulous pianist, Constance Gordy. Our audio technician, Perry Jarris and Stephen of the Rancho Mirage Library team. TJ Hicks and Aaron Espinoza, Jim Borax, thank you for making this happen. All of you, thank you so much for being here. My children and their babysitter, Irene, thank you so much. Diane. To close the show, we'd like to sing a little treat for you. Nessun Dorma is an aria from Turandot by Puccini. And typically it's sung by a tenor, most notably the Italian tenor Luciano Pavarotti. But I think it'd be all right with an Argentine soprano stealing it for the afternoon. This is Nessun Dorma. Nessun dorma, nessun dorma. T'appare, principessa, nella tua fredda stanza. Guarda in And there she comes. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.